Hey everybody, I'm just here to make a quick review on Disney's Genie Plus. My family just got back from a trip to Walt Disney World. We went the last week of February, and I just wanted to give my opinion on it as a family from the Midwest who goes to Disney. Well, we've been there 7 times since 2014 as a family, and 1 time to Disneyland. So we don't go every year, but we do look forward to it as a family vacation spot, and we usually go for about a week. And I just thought this was our first time using Disney Genie Plus in 2022, and I just wanted to give my thoughts on it as somebody who's not a local. I'm not a vlogger, I'm not a Disney nerd, kind of more of a Disney dork. I'm not a travel agent. I don't have a podcast. I don't even have any kind of following on social media whatsoever. I'm just a normal middle-aged mom who goes to Disney sometimes. So we had become very familiar with FastPass Plus. FastPass Plus was something that we really enjoyed. My husband and I kind of looked at it like a sport when we were at Disney to see like how many fast passes we could get, and we could get a lot. Our last trip in 2020, we didn't go in 2021, we were able to get like 5 fast passes in a row for Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, which at the time was my youngest child's favorite ride. And the wait time for that ride was hovering like between 40 and 50 minutes the whole time we were doing that, and we were just riding it over and over. I was literally passing by people in the queue that I had already seen in the queue during my last ride. So we were gaming the system, and we really had our heads down on the phone, and we were really modifying and finding fast passes all day long. And we kind of liked it. I mean, we were like, yay, we're winning. But I know that was really benefiting some people who were willing to do that, and probably hurting people who weren't willing to do that. So this time with Genie Plus, when I heard about it and I was listening to people talk about it, I really had an open mind about it because I had some hopes that Genie Plus would do certain things for us that FastPass Plus couldn't. And my hopes were that the actual wait times for, the former FastPass line, now the Lightning Lane, would be shorter. Like it would be a Lightning Lane, like you would instantly get on the ride. And I also hoped that I wouldn't spend as much time playing like the refresh modify game, because it does kind of like wear you out if you're doing that for like 7 days straight. You do kind of feel like I was only on my phone and I was like frantically, playing this game. Those were my 2 hopes. As far as having to pay for it, I mean, yeah, you're kind of like, oh, now we have to pay for that where we didn't before. But my husband and I are number crunchers. We know what the budget is for us for an annual family vacation, and as long as we could still make that work, I don't really have an issue with it. Like, we ended up spending $400 on Genie Plus during our 7-night stay on property at Walt Disney World. We stayed at Pop Century. So, I mean, that's not going to bust the bank. That's not going to break the budget. $400 extra. Okay, we can cut $400 from something else. We could, buy more food to be delivered to Pop Century. We could search for cheaper flights. We could buy more discounted gift cards. We pretty much pay for our entire vacation with discounted gift cards. And there's other videos on how to do that. I'll quickly tell you that you can basically find a place that has discounted gift cards like Target or like Sam's Club, and then you match that with a credit card cashback offer, and you combine those to get, I mean, probably between 8 and 12% off every card you buy. Like that's pretty good. If you can get 8% off your whole vacation that way, that's pretty good. You can make that happen. But that's kind of a longer conversation. But just know that that's pretty much how we paid for everything, including Genie Plus. So we're getting a little bit of a discount. So $400 is what we spent, and that's because we bought Genie Plus on our Magic Kingdom days. There were 2 of those, so that was $120. On our Hollywood Studios days, there were 2 of those, so that's $120. So $240. This is for 4 people. And then we bought an individual lightning lane once for 7 dwarves, and that was $40. So we're at $280. We bought an individual lightning lane for Remy, and that day we went, it was $44. So we're at $324. And then we bought individual lightning lane for Rise of the Resistance once. That was $60. So that's $384. You know, with tax, it was about $400. We did not buy Genie Plus for our Epcot day or Animal Kingdom day, and I don't think that it's necessary at this point. Maybe when Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind opens up, it will be. Maybe when Expedition Everest is up and running, it would be. But for us, we didn't need it at those parks at all. Okay, so how did it go? Well, at 7 a.m. every day that I was going to do something with Genie Plus, I got up early, and at about 6:50 a.m. I would kind of just be on alert, making sure my phone was running well, you know, there was a good signal. I closed all the other apps. I kind of refreshed the tip board over and over, and I was never very successful. The first day I tried to get Jungle Cruise, and I ended up getting like Haunted Mansion at like 11:20, and I wasn't able to get 7 Dwarfs. Now, I learned something important on that first day, and that is they open up more spots later. So I was really kind of bummed. I was thinking, oh, here we go. It was giving me like nightmare feelings. Oh, there's some turkey vultures that just landed in that tree. I don't know if you can see that. That's their little spot. They're not here all year. So they come back in the spring. Oh, that's pretty cool. Anyway, they open up more spots, especially for the individual lightning lanes, the paid for ones. Because by the time we were down at the bus stop waiting in line, a Jungle Cruise came up for like 10:30, and an individual lightning lane for 7 Dwarves came up for like 12:10. Whereas it had said currently not available at like 7:03 when I was looking at 7 Dwarves. So I didn't switch the Haunted Mansion because I was too scared. I didn't really know how to cancel at that point. But I did buy the 7 Dwarves, and then I was like, you know what, it's cool, we're good. We were gonna rope drop. We had the early morning entry. We were in line for the bus at like 7:30. We got to the park at like 8. We got in quickly. The security's awesome. And we stood in line by Tomorrowland to go on Space Mountain. Because that day, Space Mountain was still an individual lightning lane. You know, it was an extra payment. And we already had one for 7 Dwarves. So we went for that. And I think it pretty much took the whole early morning entry for resort guests to ride Space Mountain. I can't even remember what we did after that, but it was about 9 o'clock when we got off. I think we probably had to do a bathroom break. We're known to need to go to the bathroom a lot. So anyway, so that day was our first day with Genie Plus, and we had a nighttime dinner reservation at Steakhouse 71. So we kind of knew that we had up until about 5 o'clock to make these ride reservations. And we made, let's see, I want to say we did Haunted Mansion. I want to say we did Pirates. We got one for Peter Pan. We got one Haunted Mansion, Pirates, Peter Pan. We paid for one at Seven Dwarves. Trying to remember. We might have done one for Big Thunder. I can't remember. But we had a full day and it was good. I mean, I never felt like, oh, it was really busy. It turned out to be the busiest week like in 2 years, that last week of February. So it was really, really busy. It was busier than I'd ever seen it. But we did some stuff that we don't always do. Like we did the Rivers of America boat ride. We did the Hall of Presidents. Trying to think if we went out to eat or anything. I don't think we did. I think we just brought snacks. We did breakfast in the room. We brought snacks. I think we might have done Buzz. I think we might have waited for Buzz. We did Carousel of Progress. Anyway, I'm not trying to give you a full trip report. I'm just saying that Genie Plus ended up being fine. That night we went to dinner at Steakhouse 71. It's very good. I highly recommend it. And then we decided to take the monorail to Epcot, where right when we got there, Spaceship Earth was a 25-minute wait, and I was able to get a lightning lane immediately and just walk on. So that was cool. You can use your Genie Plus at other parks. As long as you have it for the day, you have it for the day. So every day kind of went like that. I never had much luck at 7 a.m., but I learned pretty quickly that, like, don't trip out, because I think that the website or the app might just be crashing because everybody's on it at 7 a.m. So at like 7:20, 7:15, all the way up to 7:30, you can still get really good return times. Even on the big rides, well, I say big rides, but they're the ones that are hard to get now, like Jungle Cruise, Slinky Dog Dash, Navi River Journey. I didn't try to get that, but I've heard that's a hard one. They pop back up, Test Track. So don't worry about it. Don't feel like a failure if at 7:03 you don't have anything. Check again at 7:10. I think that you'll be surprised. So Genie Plus actually worked out really fine. The lightning lanes were, for us, what was advertised. Anytime we used one, we just cruised right up and got on the ride. We instantly got on the ride. The other nice thing is if your ride is down during the time that your window of opportunity opens, they instantly change that to an all-day experience, and at least on one day, and I don't know if this is how it is or it was just a glitch, but I also was able to make another lightning lane right when that happened. So like one day at Magic Kingdom, I had 4 lightning lanes lined up because of like the 2-hour rule. Also, Disney gave us a lightning lane for Space Mountain based on like some transportation issues we had at Pop Century. Then I had like a Splash Mountain that converted to an all day, and then I was able to make another one on top of that. So that was pretty cool. We also found that once you're there for a while and you learn how to use the tip board, you can refresh. The difference between this and FastPass Plus. No. The difference between FastPass Plus and the Genie Plus, as far as like reserving rides, is you can't easily modify. So you don't want to like instantly pick a ride if it's not what you want. You want to refresh the tip board, and you also want to change your desires in My Day to make the only thing you want the ride you want, because that will bring that ride to the top of the tip board. That way when you refresh, it's easier to get the ride you wanted. Because another thing with Genie Plus is if you see Genie Plus, it says Jungle Cruise 9:35, and you're like, oh my gosh, 9:35 a.m. Jungle Cruise. Click on it. The next page will say Jungle Cruise redeemed between 2:30 and 3:30. And you're like, what? What happened? So just because it pops up on your tip board, that time could change. I wish Disney would change that. There's a couple things I wish they would change. I wish you could book out at least your individual lightning lanes that you pay for. I wish you could book those length of stay, because you're already getting an advantage if you're staying at the resort. So why not just take the stress out of it? Because going on at 7 a.m. every day that you're doing something with Genie, it does add like this layer of anxiety. I mean, I would literally be like shaking. So I wish they would change that. But overall, I like Genie Plus. In fact, if they went back to FastPass Plus at this point, I think I'd be disappointed. And it might be kind of hard to understand why, other than there's less to go around, and that did make, I think it made the standby shorter. I also found the standby lines to be inflated. We went on Star Tours at 40 minutes, it was a 25-minute wait. We went on Alien Swirling Saucers when it said 55 minutes, it was 25 minutes. We went on Rise of the Resistance when it said 60 minutes. At the 30-minute mark, we were getting on the transporter. We went on Toy Story Mania that said 55 minutes, and it was 30 minutes. And, you know, I probably waited in more standbys than I ever had, and it was fine. So that's my review for Genie Plus from your everyday average middle-aged housewife. I think it's fine. You're going to like it. Practice, do your research, learn the app before you go, and, you know, keep calm and visit guest services under the blue umbrella. They will hook you up if you deserve it. And what I mean is, if you had a major glitch, you didn't understand something, transportation was all messed up, they'll give you that lightning lane so easily. Not the paid for ones. Don't get your hopes up there, but they'll give you an anytime experience, redeem this lightning lane. Go to guest services. Let them help you. Be nice. Keep calm. Have fun. Don't worry about it. If it looks like everything went wrong at 7 a.m., check at 7:10, check at 7:20, check at 8 a.m. You're good. It's going to work out. And don't believe all the super negative, I'm sorry, local Disney, super fans. And I say that in air quotes because their content would tell you otherwise. You'll be fine when you're family vacation. Buy Genie Plus though. Don't act like you don't need it. Don't think you're going to show Bob Chapek. You're not going to show him anything by not buying it. You're just going to ruin your own experience. $400 extra did us a world of good. And I think it would do a world of good for you too. Anyway, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.